Here's a presentation about a company called Courier. Courier's headquartered in San Francisco, and it's an API platform with a no-code twist that provides developers a fast way to add multi-channel user notifications to your web, to your desktop, or the mobile app. It aims to make developers' lives easier with a suite of features like automations or preferences management, or audit logs, and white labeling. Troy Wood is the founder and the CEO of this company. Um, in a company like Twilio, developers usually wrestle with integrating multiple channels together into one single experience. Whereas Courier's vision of a single platform for connecting and managing multiple channels really complements the channel explosion that customers struggle with. The founder and CEO of Courier, Troy Good, previously he led an engineering group at a marketing automation firm, which was acquired by Oracle in 2012. He was also the CTO and head of product at logistics software provider called Winmore. That is where he drew his inspiration for Courier from, which he built during his time at Y Combinator. He says that one of the things that he noticed and became very frustrated by was that Eloqua, Marketo, HubSpot, there were tons of different tools for marketing teams which were used to communicate with prospects and the leads. But as soon as somebody became a customer, as soon as somebody became a user, they weren't using those platforms. All of a sudden, they were manually plugging in infrastructure level systems like SendGrid and Twilio. The idea behind Courier is to provide development teams with a one-stop service for all their notification and communication infrastructure needs without having to build it from scratch. Large companies like Airbnb and LinkedIn can afford to build and maintain the systems to send out transactional emails to their users, often with teams that have dozens of engineers on them. Small teams can build less sophisticated solutions, but there's really no need for every company to reinvent the wheel completely. One thing that makes the service stand out is that it offers both a no-code system for users to build their messaging flows and templates, as well as the APIs for developers to integrate these into their applications. So that means anybody with a company can, for example, build rules to route messages through specific channels and providers based on their needs on top of managing the content and the branding of the messages that are being sent. Especially at large organizations, they go for multiple providers. You might need a backup email service in case your primary goes down, or you need to warm up an IP pool for SMS. So you might have different providers per geography for both deliverability and price reasons. That's really hard to build yourself. And in addition, different recipients also have different preferences. While users can build rules around that day, the company is looking really how to automate this process over time so that it can, for example, automatically ping users on a channel where they're most likely to respond or purchase something at a given time of the day. Uh, so Courier integrates with the likes of Slack, Microsoft Teams, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, SendGrid, Postmark, MessageBird, Twilio, Nextmo, and all of these. Some of their clients are innovative startups like Lattice, Launch Darkly, Blue Crew, Blissfully, some of these American companies. They are backed by Y Combinator, Matrix Partners, Twilio, and Slack Fund. In the last Series A funding round, they raised about 10 million from December Venture Partners. Previously, they had also raised a 2.3 seed round led by Matrix Partners with participation from Y Combinator. Um, Again, coming to the products and services, one can access all the notification channels through a single API and also add new ones in minutes. So you can easily drag and drop content blocks, add your own custom code, or do a mix of both, triggering notifications based on user actions while also respecting their preferences and your rules. All this can be done using Courier. Quickly accessing relevant cross-channel stats, including delivery status and engagement data. All of these things are possible. Next is about templating. Courier templates allows companies to deliver the same message with the same data to multiple channels. Buttons, links, text, and more are auto-formatted for the channel and the provider. Their template designer also makes it easy for anyone to update and edit the message content and design. Simply dragging and dropping the content blocks and then just publishing it, and no real need to redeploy any code. So the data gets passed to the templates as part of the send API call. So with respect to routing, Courier uses the best channels. According to them, they allow you to set routing rules such as channels are preferred over others, so as to which channels are preferred over others, which channels should always be delivered, and even the conditional statements to define your routing logic. Their APIs allows developers to set routing logic from within the API call, providing a lot of control over the user's messaging experiences. With respect to automations, they have you can program complex notification workflows. So these automations allows you to define workflows around your notifications. It can utilize delayed sends, conditionals, and branching logic, and all of that. So what are the use cases that are usually used? So first one is transactional. It takes the pain out while creating, editing, triggering, and delivering transactional product notification. So with a full-featured all API and SDKs for most major languages and a direct integration with the Twilio segment. So there are multiple ways in which Courier can power the transactional notifications. Next is the alerts. Like let's say a package is delayed, a ride has arrived, or a credit card payment has failed. So you need to ensure that the users are aware of this. So Courier has the infrastructure and tooling that that can wherein the users can receive and view the most important timely notifications. Similarly, there is the user activity. It makes it easy to add the key social notifications that the app needs to keep users engaged and in loop. So next one is the action, where it is easy to create and orchestrate action-oriented notifications. It allows for powerful escalation workflows and omni-channel routing that allows you to deliver notification that is most likely to get a response for the users. So these are the kind of use cases that Courier is typically working on. And as you've heard that they are trying to be a one-stop service for all notification and communication related infrastructure needs, where the companies don't have to build it from scratch, and they can use a service like Courier for that. There's not much about the revenues that they have put up, that they have generated. There is not much information since they were founded just about 2 years ago. Another piece of information I missed out is that they have about 122 guys working for them.